What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and today we are doing a little bit of a blast from the past episode, a top watch pick list. Guys, I used to do this weekly on this channel, and a bunch of you have asked me to do another series of these top watch pick lists. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, these are where I make a list of watches within a certain price range or parameter, like top chronographs under $2,000 or top moon phase watches for this year, yada yada yada. We've done it all, but I've made a playlist dedicated to these kinds of episodes right here. So if you click this corner of the screen, little pop-up will show up. You click that and you can watch all of those episodes. But today, specifically, we're taking a look at the top 6 watches under $500 for the summer of 2021. And it is perfect timing because we are definitely in the throes of summer. It is so hot around these parts. Well, I'm talking geographically. I'm not talking about any specific part of my body. I need to make that clear, okay? I'm already on thin ice with YouTube. I'm not talking about any part of my body. Gosh. It is 1:37 p.m. Let's get down to business. Alright guys, so top 6 watches under $500 for the summer of 2021. As always, all the watches we take a look at today can be found in links in the description below. Now, if they are little Amazon links, just know those are affiliate links that when you use them, you will be directly helping the channel out. So I need to disclose that to keep everything kosher. Alright, kicking off the list is a watchmaker we don't talk about a whole lot on this channel, but we probably should because there's some insane value with these Germans over there. The Laco 39mm Type A Flieger, this is known as their Augsburg watch. For $410, you are getting a Laco 21 automatic movement, a sapphire crystal, a really nice, kind of simple Type A Flieger layout. You're getting a display case back showing off that Laco movement and a 50-meter water resistance rating. So for those of you out there who are interested in a proper Flieger watch and you've never had one before, this is definitely something to consider, this Augsburg, because you're gonna get a taste of what a proper Flieger is on the wrist, some really impressive specs, and you're not gonna break the bank. Well under $500, just check it out. Next up, another watchmaker we do not give enough credit here in the US, Certina. That's right, a modern Certina. Their Certina DS Podium Date XL. This has a really nice kind of symmetrical layout. You're getting some dynamic depth in the dial, kind of a center cut dial and some applied indexes, some really nice integrated crown guards, and a 6 o'clock date window. This is, again, part of their DS Podium series. This has a really nice silver dial with that kind of deep louvered cut chapter ring. I dig this watch, and if I was looking for kind of an everyday dress watch, this would be it. I mean, seriously, for under $500, you're getting a sapphire crystal, an ETA automatic movement, because this is, of course, part of Swatch Group. You're getting a 100-meter water resistance rating, a date complication, and all of this in about a 38mm case diameter package. Very, very nice. Again, some really nice specs, not a huge watch, and definitely not a huge price tag. Now, the next pick on this list is going to be a bit controversial because not only is it a digital watch, it is not a G-Shock. That's right, we're taking a look at a Garmin Instinct Tactical. That's right, I am a tactical dude. I like little EDC items here and there, and anything that looks tough and rugged, I'm just like, I don't know, I have an affinity towards these types of things. So the Garmin Instinct Tactical GPS is a badass watch with some functions that I will never use, like the jump master function. Yeah, why would anyone want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I don't know, but if you do that, then you have that function. Now guys, I'm going to be honest, this does differ from your average everyday G-Shock. This Garmin has a 100-meter water resistance rating. Your average G-Shock has twice that, but 100 meters of water resistance is more than enough anyway. This is not going to be as chunky on the wrist. It does have an oversized wrist presence. I've had the pleasure of wearing these before, and they are big, but they're not as bulky as most G-Shocks. Again, you're getting a jump master function, you're getting all your timers and alarms, you're getting GPS, you're getting 100-meter water resistance rating, you're getting heart rate and stress inputs. You are getting compass, barometer, and even an altimeter. So this is kind of like that GBDH 1001 and a Mudmaster like got together and had a baby, but the baby was like way more tactical and like sleek. So for those of you who are out there hiking around in this crazy summer heat right now, this could be a really good option. And for those of you who are jumping out of perfectly good airplanes, hey, this should probably be one of your first choices, I suppose. I'll leave that up to you guys. But you can get all of this for about $304 online at the time of filming. That's insane. Next up, where are my Citizen lovers out there? Whenever I make a top watch pick and I don't put a Citizen on the list, people go crazy. So here is a Citizen Eco Drive. Now this is known as the Citizen Chandler, which is very interesting. Chandler? I never watched that show. Well, Joey was funny, and so was the monkey. But I truly don't know what's not to like about the Eco Drive watches, right? These watches get power from artificial or natural light. There's not a whole lot of moving parts, so you can really beat on these watches every day. They're often quite sporty with decent water resistance ratings. This one has a 100 meter water resistance rating, and you can see it's definitely a sports watch through and through. It's not a dedicated diver, but it's something you can throw on your wrist and really not have to worry about it. You're getting a really nice groove pattern on the dial. You're getting a 3 o'clock date complication that I wish was a little bit bigger. On this watch, it looks like a bit of an afterthought, but at least, you know, it is there. So for those of you who like date complications on your everyday watches, like myself, then this is a really good option. You're getting some integrated crown guards. The one drawback I think from this watch would be that it is a bit over 40 millimeters. It's 43 millimeters, but again, for those of you guys who like watches that are above that 40 millimeter sweet spot, check it out. Right now, at the time of filming, you can find these for $180 brand new. Now, I've made a big deal, all right, about the Orient Triton. I think Orient makes ridiculous watches, and some of their bigger sports watches, like their dedicated divers, like the Orient Saturation Diver, the Orient Triton, these are just awesome, awesome spec monsters from Orient. Now, again, the Orient Saturation Diver is a bit pricey. Orient Triton, again, I think those are above $500 right now, but the Orient Neptune at the time of filming, which looks exactly like the Orient Triton. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just another name for an Orient Triton. You can find this Orient Neptune diver for $430.90, so just under that $500 threshold. Let's see, sapphire crystal, 200 meter water resistance rating. This one here has a really nice coin edge bezel, serration that has like a gold tone. The hands and the index borders are also kind of gold toned, and it just looks very nice in contrast with the stainless steel finish and that black dial. You are getting one of those dastardly 4 o'clock date windows, but with this watch's kind of already asymmetrical dial layout, it looks good. The power reserve indicator offset kind of in between the 12 and 1 o'clock. I really dig it. I think this is a really fun, interesting kind of diver, that a layout that you don't see every day. There you go. So it's kind of in between something like a Komatsu and an SKX, but just with more things on the dial. Now guys, this is going to wear similarly to an SKX on your wrist, 43.4 millimeters, so not huge, especially for a diver with this much functionality. Yeah, big fan of Orient, you already know that. If you want to see the Orient Komatsu review, click up here, top of the screen, and check it out. And finally, we are taking a look at, I think, probably the most impressive watch on the list, and here's why, okay? You're getting a 80-hour power reserve, Swiss-made movement, chronometer, at the time of filming right now, under $400, okay? So not just under $500, under $400, again, for a Swiss-made chronometer with an 80-hour power reserve, and right around 40 millimeters, coming in at 41 millimeters. This is the Tissot Ballade Powermatic 80. For those of you who want the reference number, T108-408-16-03700. Again, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below anyway, but $395.81 at the time of filming. That's kind of insane. When I take a look at this watch, the first thing I think of is the Bucherer, the Carl F. Bucherer Monero date, the John Wick watch that I got my dad. If you want to see that review, click up here. But this definitely kind of resembles that. You're getting a really nice guilloche pattern on the center dial. You're getting some really nice knurling around the bezel. You're getting a very flat crown by the 3 o'clock. You're getting a 3 o'clock date window, nicely bordered. This is just a beautiful watch coming in at 41 millimeters with some really, really impressive specs. For those of you who want an everyday dressy watch, again, insane power reserve, very, very accurate, COSC certified, date complication, really nice finishing, Swiss made. This Tissot Ballade is very, very, you know, that's a contender, a heavy hitter at that price point for sure. Under $400, brand new, insane. So guys, there you have it, the top 6 watches under $500 for summer 2021. I am sweating right now because when I film these episodes, I can't have my fans or my AC on here in the office or else the mics go. So I just have to put up with it. I am trapped in this sauna that is my office with all these lights and electronics. Thankfully I have this though. Dab. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed some of the watches on the list. Which watches would you add to this top watch pick list? Leave it in the comment section below. Do any of you own any of these watches? I'd love to hear from you guys as well. So comment, guys. Comment, comment, comment. There's a whole bunch of ways to support the channel. Watching the content is a very direct way of helping us out. Subscribing if you haven't already, clicking the thumbs up, clicking the thumbs down if you didn't like it. That still, you know, helps us with engagement. But by far, commenting right now helps our videos out in the algorithm that is YouTube, living and breathing, always changing. So yes, please just leave a comment. Check out my personal website, thetimetellershop.com. Check out my other channel, T3 Time to Drive, where we're doing some weekly content over there, whether it be car reviews and modifications and just overviews of my car collection. Check it out, please. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.